What's going on, everybody? It's me, Melvin, back again with another video. And for those of you that are new, thank you for stopping by. On this channel, we talk about how to make money online, investing, how-to tutorials. We talk a little bit about everything. Soon I will be incorporating vlogs into my channel, so stay tuned for that. And if you find value in this video, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out any future videos. And it's coming up right after the intro.
I'm a young Spanish nigga from the projects. I'm gon' make it, who gon' stop it? I ain't got nothing to lose, yeah. Fuck all the rules, yeah.
Alright, you guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is literally go to Photopea.com, okay? When you hit enter, it's going to bring you to this screen right here. And you're going to want to start a new project. So click on new project. And for width, 1280, height, 720. Okay, just look at this here and just hit create when you're done. It's gonna bring up this white rectangle. Okay, next thing you're gonna want to do is find a background. You can go on Google, and literally for this one I'm gonna put 1280 by 720 black background. I actually like this one here, and you want to make sure, like right here it says 850 by 479. So let's check this one out right here. I think they're all about that same size, right? But it's okay. I mean, let's exit out of this. So like right here, you can click on this one, and you see right here it says 1280 by 720. So once you save that photo, you can literally open and place it. But I'm gonna go with this one, and I can still adjust it to my liking. So I'm gonna save it to my downloads. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back to Photopea, okay? So now to add the background, just go to File, Open in Place, and I'm gonna click on this this thumbnail I saved, and voila. So then what you're gonna want to do is, you see these little squares on the corners, just hold down Shift, left click, and just drag it across, okay? And there you go. And then just hit, once you're done there, just hit the check mark. Alright, so the next thing you want to do, let's say you want to put your picture, right? So then what you're going to want to do is go back to File, and then you're going to open in place. And like for me, I have actually a photo. Alright, so Melvin background removed. Alright, cool. So we're just going to click on that, and you see right there, now I got my photo there. Then I'm going to left click on one of the corners. Well, I'm going to hold down Shift, left click, and I'm going to drag up, okay? You know, one thing one of my mentors told me, actually Nbhd. So real quick, guys, if you want to make a serious bag, literally a serious bag, literally with cryptocurrency, and you want to get the full education on it, here, let me just open up, go to Nbhd.com, all right? Literally, you sign up. Literally, I pay $75 a month, but literally I'm part of his Discord group, right? And it's not a community, it's a family, yo. Like literally, he teaches you the game. You can make a serious bag. So if you have no clue in cryptocurrency and you want to make a bag in cryptocurrency, check out Nbhd membership, register, sign up for it. Join the Discord group, and when you're in the Discord group, just let them know Prime Hustle sent you, and I really do appreciate that. All right, so shout out to Nbhd. He the truth, man. He the GOAT. So like, back to it. So right here, I already have my picture on the thumbnail, right? So let's say you have a picture, right? For instance, let's say you have a picture with a background, and you want to remove the background. So for instance, we're gonna go here. No, actually, we're gonna go to a website called remove.bg. All right, so I'm gonna upload an image. So I already had did it, but let's say you got a photo with a white background. So like for instance, this JPEG file. So I'm gonna open that up, and it's gonna remove it. So look at that. You see the transparent right here in between. So after you're done there, you just download it and just save it, right? So then after this, what I'm going to want to do is just add on I didn't mean to do that. So open in place. We're gonna open in place, and we're gonna go to downloads. And I already had downloaded the remove.bg, right? So I'm gonna open that up, and let's say I'm alright with that. I'm just gonna hold down shift, left click, and I'm gonna turn it. Okay, so now I'm gonna move it to where I want. So I'm gonna shift, left click. So that way, the reason I do shift, left click is because I don't want it to be distorted. Okay, so let's say I like that. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, so the next thing, I want to put some text into this, right? So now I'm gonna hit this text tool right here, and I'm just left click on the screen and just type. I'm gonna put step, and obviously that is black, so we're gonna change that to white. Okay, and we're just gonna hit the check mark. Okay, and then we're just gonna put your cursor under step and just double click, and then I'm gonna put buy, hit the check mark. Okay, and as you can see right here to the right, it's adding on those layers, right? So at first I did step, the next one I did buy. So then I'm going to double click again, and I'm gonna put step. Okay, so then I'm gonna hit the check mark. So like for this first step, you want to click on it right here to the right. Just click on it, and you want to go down to where you see edit, free transform, and right here on one of these corners, you don't want to do the same thing. Hold down shift, left click, and just drag up. Okay, and you're just gonna hit the check mark, and let's say you want to move it, right? Because you're like, man, how can I move it? I got it highlighted. What you're gonna want to do is hit this moving tool right here. Okay, so hit that move tool, just click on it, and just move it where you want. So let's say I'm alright with that. So I'm gonna go right here to buy. I'm gonna go to edit, free transform, grab one of those corners, hold down shift, left click. Let's say I'm alright with that. Hit the check mark. Okay, so let's just put it right here for right now. This is the second step. Alright, so then we're gonna go to edit again, free transform, and I'm gonna hold down shift, left click, voila. And another way you could do it too is, for instance, if you're gonna have two words that are the same, right? Or it don't even have to be the same. What you can do is, here, let me just hit the check mark. I'm gonna show y'all a little easy way. I'm gonna hit the second one here, and I'm gonna trash it. Okay, so then right here, you highlight the first step, right? And you just right click, and you just hit duplicate layer. So right here where it says copy, so that's your second one, right? So you're like, where's the other one at though? Don't trip. Check this out. Voila. See that? So I just sat here and it's duplicated. Just right click, and duplicate layer. Alright. So then right here, I'm actually going to, yeah, everything looks good. So what I'm gonna do now is move it. Oops. One. Alright, cool. So now I'm gonna adjust it to where I want. Let's say you don't like the font. What you can do is literally double click on it and just highlight it. Alright, and right here you have all your fonts. Let's say you go on to font.com and you want to actually load a font on here. You just download that file on the font.com. Okay, and then you just load that file onto Photopea, and then you'll find it in here. Okay, but we're gonna stick with Jungle Fever. I'm alright with that. So hit the check mark. Let's say I want it right there. So I'm gonna adjust the word buy. Bam, bam. And let's see. Oops. Okay. So I'm gonna make this actually a little bigger. So I'm gonna go back to edit. I'm gonna go to free transform, left click. I'm all right with that. Okay. So I'm gonna go to edit, free transform. All right, cool. So then this one here. So this one here, just go to edit, free transform, and then bam. All right. So I'm just gonna move it like this. All right. So let's say I got that right. So let's say you want to make the background blurry, right? So you see where these little flares are in the background. You wanna blur it out. So what you're gonna want to do is just click on that layer, right, which is this background, and you're gonna want to go to filter, and literally the best one that I find is you go where it says blur, go to Gaussian blur, okay, and you see how I blurred it. You can adjust that. You see, you can make it look however you want. Just, I find like 6.8, 7.2, it's like a little sweet spot. Let's say I'm alright with that. I'm gonna click OK. So like this Photopea right here, let's say I wanna add some glow to it, right? You wanna add a stroke. So right here, what I did right here is I double clicked on this layer right here to the right of it, double click, and this comes up. So let's say you want to put a white stroke around it, right? So you just click on stroke, and you see how this fill type is showed show red. Just click on it, okay, and just click on white, hit OK. Then you could adjust the size to where you want. All right, so let's say I want to do like, I want it that big. How about a 6? Hit OK. You see how I did that? It added a stroke around it, right? So how about we double click again, and you want to add on the drop shadow, right? So you add on the drop shadow, and let's say you put the opacity. How about we do like a 95%, okay, and then we leave that at 27, 13, and for noise, how about we do like a 41? Let's just check how that looks. All right, let's double click again. There's some more stuff I want to do to it. So how about an outer glow? All right, for opacity we can leave it right there. For size we could do 47. Let's check that out. So range should go about 100. We do jitter about 100. Let's check that out. See how it had added on some glare to it? Honestly, I don't even like that. So what I'll do is I'll just turn off the outer glow, okay? And let's see, you could do inner glow as well. Just double click on that. So we have about the distance, we'll just leave it at 0. Size, we'll leave it at 5. And noise, we can just move it up to 50. Let's check that out. Alright, let's say I'm cool with that, right? How about for this for the stroke on step by step? So the first step, we're just gonna click on that one. This one up here, double click. We're gonna hit up stroke, And since it's white letters, we can literally do how about a green? Let's check that out. Leave it at 6. Yeah, I don't like that. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna change that, right? So you guys can just play around with this literally. And you guys can control all this right here on the layers. Just like double click and just find the color that you want, okay? So let's check this yellow out. Yeah, it's too vibrant, I'm good with that. So I'm actually gonna go with black. You guys are like, but hold on, it's black, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I actually have an idea. Alright, so then we're gonna go to inner glow. Okay, and let's say we're gonna want to do white on that. Drop shadow, we can do white. Drop shadow, so white. And we're just gonna leave it like that. You know, it's pretty simple, right? So like if this white, literally, so I already made the border black, but I'm gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? For the stroke, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go to like gray, right? Let's say, boom. Let's say I'm gonna make that stroke. I'm gonna put it to like a 4. So I'm gonna go back to stroke, and I'm just gonna put 4 here, okay? So you guys can control all this literally right here. As you can see, like the little texture that I did, all that. So like with the inner shadow, you guys can like copy these settings here. The opacity 75, keep distance and spread at 0, the size at 5, and the noise at 50. That's for inner shadow. And then drop shadow, you can do follow these settings right here. And how about an outer glow? Okay, so like we leave it at 75, right? And keep these two at 0, size at 47, and rage and jitter at 100. Let's check that out. We could do that. So right here, I'm actually gonna put the stroke same way. Drop shadow, outer glow. Okay. And let's say you guys want to change the color from white to a different color, right? So what you guys can do, just go here and click on the color overlay. Okay, so let's say you wanted to do yellow. Just click OK. Click OK again. Bam, it's yellow. Alright, but you change that back to white. So I'm going to go to color overlay. I'm going to click on this yellow. I'm going to go back to white. Hit OK. And there we have it. Okay, so right here for bind, let's just knock that one out real quick. And the settings will just basically copy over from the other ones that you did from the first couple, okay? And let's say I'm alright with that. Let's say I want it to be like that, okay? And Mac Mullah told me, right? He was like, man, you had your picture literally small on the corner and you had a bunch of text. It's literally good not to put too much text, right? Because in your title of your YouTube video, you know, you're already gonna put what you're, you know, gonna be talking about in that video. So why include it in your thumbnail? So for right here, I'm gonna keep it just simple, right? Step by step. You know, so when they're looking at the thumbnail, they're gonna see, okay, the Photopea, they're gonna see step by step. They're gonna be curious, like, okay, I want to see what that, you know, how that video turns out, right? So it's just giving me curiosity on, you know, my process on making thumbnails, right? But right here, I'm not done. I actually want to add a stroke. around myself. So I want to do a white stroke, and let's say we're okay with that. Number 4 is alright. Let's say I'm cool. Okay, let's say I'm good with that. But you know what? I think I'll settle. Let me just move the buy just a tad bit down. Okay. So I already have the move tool already selected on the layer that I want to move, right? So then I'm just gonna click on it and just move it. Alright, cool. I'm satisfied with that. My thumbnail is done, guys. Alright. So you guys can play around with this. You guys have a picture, you want to remove your move the background on the picture. Literally go to remove.bg and you can remove the background of that picture, right? But just to recap on the steps, right? So you're gonna go on Photopea.com. You're gonna start literally. Let's go back. Start a new one. You're gonna go here, 1280 by 720. You're gonna hit create. Okay. You're gonna find the background that you want. You go on Google, wherever you want. Just find a background. Okay. You just open in place. After you save it, it's gonna drop on here, right? And after you do that, you could just play around with that background. You could actually go to filter, go to blur, go to Gaussian blur. It'll blur out that background. Then you can go back, go to file, open in place, and then you can put your picture up. Okay, and just make your picture as literally to the right of the thumbnail, as big as you can, and put in some text if you want. If you want to put in some designs or whatever you want, you could do that. You can play around with. This is how I do it, and it actually works all right. I just took the advice that Mac Mullah gave to me, and I applied it, and honestly, I've seen some results. With some clicks on my video. So I'm getting better at these thumbnails. So I just wanted to share with you guys my process. All right, so now you're done with your thumbnail. You finished already. So now if you wanna save this, I highly suggest you guys save this, okay, as a PSD file, so that way you guys can go back and edit it later, right? So instead of making all these, starting from scratch every rip, all you have to do is just, when you're gonna make your next thumbnail, if you want to leave that same picture there, you could leave it there, right? And you could literally turn off the background, okay? And then you could turn off these words, or you could leave them there and just edit them, okay? And just legit, save time, right? So you can go to file. Let me turn that back on. Go to file. You're gonna put save PSD. And with me, I have external hard drive, so I'm gonna click on that, right? So I'm gonna click on PSD files, and then I'm gonna put Photopea thumbnail, and I'm gonna save that PSD file, right? Save as type, PSD, save, voila. So now I want to export this thumbnail, right? I like to export mine literally. So you go to export as. I like doing JPEG, okay? I mean, it's a smaller file, and PNG is just gonna be taking up more space, but I'm alright with JPEG. So I click on that, I hit save, and voila, that's my thumbnail. I'm happy with that, and I could just upload that when I do my thumbnail. When I do my YouTube, set everything up, could just go on my files and just grab that thumbnail photo and just upload it, okay? And that's pretty much my process for making thumbnails. You guys, that is pretty much it. That is how I make my thumbnails, and I do them in Photopea, and I actually got real good at playing around with Photopea and kind of got familiar with it. What I gotta do is just get more familiar with Photoshop. I know how to use Adobe Illustrator, so Photoshop, it ain't hard, because Photopea is more like a watered down version, cloud-based, but it works in the same way. Just Photoshop is just a little more intimidating to the eye, but literally it's pretty cut and dry once you start using it more often, right? Guys, if you found value in this video, literally smash that like button, right? destroy that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, that way you guys don't miss out any more videos. Go through all my playlists if you guys want to check out how to start your own website, personalized store with Shopify, print on demand. Guys, I'm going to be dropping videos left and right. I got to get more consistent. It's 9 to 5, literally. I got to get out that jam. And obviously getting out that jam is literally being more consistent, right? So I got to do both right now, but I'm going to get there, trust me, to where I could be dedicating my time on creating content, because I enjoy creating content. And obviously the more I do it, the more comfortable I get. And I appreciate all the support that you guys watching, you guys liking the video and subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out, and it really helps push this video out to others who need help, making thumbnails and so on and so forth, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.